It is rare you can split your life right down the middle, identifying a clear before and after. Point to the very event that changes how you see and interact with the world around you, alters what you want from it and for yourself. Paddle the Pacific was that split for you.
Paddle the Pacific is hopeful.
Paddle the Pacific is intentional, full of movers and shakers.
With you forever. Challenging, character building.
Paddle the Pacific is hard.
Playful in the best way.
Paddle the Pacific is singular. I mean, there's nothing like this.
And you learn a lot about yourself from the people around you to make a difference together.
Paddle the Pacific is girlhood at its finest.
Paddle the Pacific is empowering.
Paddle the Pacific is lifelong impact.
My name is Savannah Lovelace. In 2017, my two friends and I, Sarah and Grace, we had all been learning about sex trafficking in different ways. We heard about a guy that rode his bike from Oregon to Patagonia, and we saw a video of him. He's like wearing jeans and a fedora. And we're like, if he could do it, we could do it. We started researching, and I rode my bike from Oregon to Patagonia. Quickly found out that that would take a couple years. So we thought, what if we did Seattle to San Diego? And not only that, but California has the most reports of sex trafficking in the US. Even though we're not cyclists at all, I've never done any sport in my life, didn't own bikes at the time, we thought that would be perfect because then people are forced to ask questions and ask us why we're doing such a thing. And so we called ourselves hilariously unathletic girls cycling to fight sex trafficking.
We are hilariously unathletic girls cycling the Pacific Coast in order to start a powerful conversation about the injustice of human trafficking and to raise money.
I got involved with Paddle the Pacific very early on. When I opened Cycle East, one of the things that I wanted to do was to do bike camping adventures. It was a beginner's bike packing trip, and Savannah and Grace showed up to do the bike packing trip. They were completely unprepared. I think that one of the best parts about Paddle the Pacific is it's like they knew that if they wanted to do it, that it would work out, and learning was part of the adventure for them. We went on the little 9-mile ride. We got to McKinney Falls, and we were sitting around the campfire, and they told me their plan of what they were going to do, that they were going to ride down the coast and raise money for survivors of sex trafficking. And I said, "This is amazing. Let me help."
We had no intention at all at continuing Paddle the Pacific and having it become a nonprofit. But that first year, it gained so much more attraction than we ever thought.
Fighting back, a group of college women are getting behind the wheel to take a stand against sex trafficking.
And people were learning about the issue of sex trafficking and wanting to do something about it.
Trafficking education and awareness event that, and I saw the signs and I realized that was human trafficking. I had missed it. All the emergency departments missed it. The schools missed it. And we all missed it. So that was when I said, never again. And that's when I got into this, what I call fight.
I ride because I believe all humans are born with an inherent sanctity.
And just having like a free summer, it almost felt like an injustice to not, because like I can bike, I can fundraise, and I have a free summer to bike. And so it would feel almost wrong not to, because I'm perfectly capable and it's such an important cause.
I ride because I want sex trafficking to be treated as an actual crime, and I want all victims to be treated with dignity and respect at the highest level.
I ride because I have the freedom that a lot of people that have been trafficked or are in dangerous situations, they've been stripped of that freedom. They don't have the ability to get up every day and do exactly what they want to do. They're held in by certain things, their choices have been taken away. It's sort of like once you learn about the truth of sex trafficking and what's happening, how could you sit around and do nothing?
Paddle the Pacific has a couple beneficiaries that we do all of our fundraising for.
We support organizations that do work nationally, but also locally. Then recently, we've also implemented our community grant beneficiary program. And that really was an initiative to start supporting organizations in the states that we ride through. So having these grants and these organizations that we're partnering with along the coast also gives opportunity for them to share their mission with us and for us to continue spreading their word. We support organizations who are doing preventative work to hopefully have a world where people aren't even being sold. And then also supporting organizations that are on the ground doing intervention work, the last kind of end phase of once someone has escaped the life, doing this restorative care work to help people feel empowered to reintegrate into this world that they belong in and they deserve to live fully in.
It's morphed into not just a fundraising ride, but this leadership development program for young women. They're trying to figure out who they want to be and what they want to do in the world. They get to dive into this topic about sex trafficking and spread the awareness within their own communities because they're from all across the nation. They're becoming advocates and learning what that means. It's really life-changing.
I am writing to you now from the after, and there is nothing I can say to help you prepare. I don't really think that's how transformation works. You're about to be stretched and solidified as a person, a process that starts now, but to my knowledge and adamant hope, never ends. You will be pushed to the limit of your body, of your mind, of your pride. You will think you've reached the bottom of your well of strength, then you'll be pushed further. It's there you'll find a false wall, a reserve with more. Pedal taught me that there's actually so much power in just doing it scared and saying, I'm gonna do this thing that's terrifying, I'm gonna risk my life, I'm going to go and survive with a bunch of strangers, and I'm gonna do it because I care and I'm really terrified. And that's it, there's no but. I'm just terrified, but I'm gonna do it. And if I want a big life with big dreams, I have to do it scared. I was so sick of sitting on the sidelines and seeing all these horrible things happening in the world. And Pedal the Pacific was the one thing where I was oh, I don't want to be on the sidelines anymore. I want to actually do something and be a part of the action. And so saying it is one thing, but doing it is another. And so being able to just get on my bike during the hardest point of my life, but I was doing life with so many women, and then I was fighting for other women that I don't even know, but I know that I love them and the pain that they've been through. And I think that's what makes it so transformative. It's it doesn't matter how much pain I'm in on my bike or what I'm going through, the pain is worth it. Everything is worth it in the end.
I've surprised myself the way I've been able to push myself places I didn't know I could, or past limits I thought I had.
Alongside your teammates, you will witness the absolute best and worst of yourself. They will challenge and protect you. They will show you brave compassion. You will see something in every single one of them you'll spend the rest of your life hoping to emulate. Humility, grit, kindness, curiosity.
And it's we didn't know each other. Now they're the people that I depend on, or the people that I feel home around.
You need them for every moment. You need them for the celebrations. You need them for the downs. You need them for the middles.
Getting up hills with your teammates and watching your teammates, push through it, and you're okay, if Livia's pushing through, I can push through. If Alexis is pushing through, I can push through.
From the communities you encounter down the coast and at home, you will witness radical generosity of funds, attention, and time, regardless of and often disproportionate to one's means. You'll learn the immense power of an invitation to care.
We didn't find out about Pedal the Pacific, they found us. When Savannah and Grace and Sarah were traveling down, one of them got injured, and so they needed a place to stay, and they had met some people that had come from here. They gave them our number, and we got a phone call one night. We're more than happy to have them come and stay with us.
They started off with 3 young girls. They were not yet nonprofit, and it's turned into a really good organization, and I admire that. I admire what they're doing.
In a world where a lot of young people are very self-centered and turned inward, these girls are willing to just give all they have and do hard things.
My wife passed away, and so to have visitors is great. But to, just support people, young people, trying to make the world a better place, I mean, that's, again, if you're not doing that, what are you doing? So it's really it's really something I like to do.
They are the seeds of the goodness that will overtake the selfishness. They are so unselfish, and they are strong, and they're teaching others how to be strong. And every seed that gets planted by one of these girls, it blossoms and other people catch on. It says that there's a light that love can bring joy. And if there's anything in this world that makes life worthwhile, it's joy.
Not everyone can bike down the coast for 7 weeks, and it's such a holistic effort to have people who are willing to open up their homes for a night or provide a meal or just donate $20 when they meet us on the street.
There's something so amazing about putting your body on the line for a cause where your body is stripped of autonomy. The whole emblem or anthem of Pedal is being self-driven, being capable. It's been a really unique opportunity to see that come to life in a way that I never thought would.
I'm so grateful for Pedal Pacific for giving me an opportunity to really put my full body, full heart, full mind into something. And it does require all of that, every day. It's you have to show up on so many levels, but it's really made me feel like, yes, I am doing something. I'm not just sitting around being mad at the world. I'm able to really jump into this issue with everything I have.
I think that's the heartbeat of Pedal the Pacific is you're not just giving to a nonprofit, you're literally investing in women. When you invest in a woman, you change the world. It's really, really powerful.
This is probably the hardest voluntary thing I've ever had to do in my entire life, but I would definitely do it 10 times over again, if I could.
Now we get to see over 70 alumni that are doing that in their communities, and it's so special to be a part of it and also get to see the growth of all of the people that do Pedal the Pacific.
In the larger network of Pedal the Pacific alumni, you will find a level of belonging and sense of community specific to a group of like-minded, noise-making, space-taking women. You will forever simultaneously feel humbled and prided to be grouped together with them, and what's even more, honored to be known and loved by them. More than anything, you will be surprised and pleased to learn the sheer depth of your resilience, the breadth of your own capability. You might find it hard to believe now, standing smack dab in the middle of the split, but the most valuable lesson you'll take with you into the after is that once someone has pedaled the Pacific, they can do nearly anything. It will all come in due time, but until then, enjoy the ride.